Okay, now that we've got our web made, we need to clean this up a little bit before we extrude it. So if you haven't already, go ahead and hit escape on your keyboard, and this clears all the tools out. And we want to go ahead and start deleting some things. So I'm going to start with this dimension here, click on it, hit delete, and I'm going to go ahead and delete that construction line as well because we no longer need it. Okay, so now let's go to the trim tool, and we need to trim all these little lines. So if you click on it, you can trim it. You can also carefully drag over it. If you make a mistake, just undo and redo it. So I'm just going through and I'm dragging across each of these lines to turn this into a full polygon. If you leave any of these lines, it's not going to extrude correctly. Okay, so come over here and finish up. Again, your truss is going to look different from mine, but hopefully you have the same sizing. And that looks good. Everything's open. It's one piece and everything's connected. So I'm going to go ahead and click Finish Sketch. It's important that when you make your truss, you have all connecting endpoints. Otherwise, the extrusion won't work. So Finish Sketch and Zoom All. So now it's just a matter of extruding it. Okay, so hit the Extrude button, and if you're careful and you did all your points right, the whole thing will extrude at once. So click on that profile, and we are not going to go 1 inch. That's the default. We are going to go 0.25, which is going to be the thickness of our wood pieces. And that looks good. Click OK. And now you see we have our view of our truss. Okay, so we can move it around, take a look at it, make sure it looks right. But again, yours is going to look different from mine, but that's just the basics of how to make a truss part in Inventor. So I'm going to go ahead and click File, Save. That's all I need to do. I already previously saved it as truss-black-period 2. So you'll have truss, your 2 last names, and period, whatever period you're in. And now it's all perfectly saved in the correct folder, and we're ready to start working with this in other ways.